Okay, so the news broke recently that Skyrim has managed to reach a new milestone, and that milestone is that the game, since its inception back in 2011, the game has managed to reach over 60 million copies in terms of sales, and it's basically the seventh best selling game ever. And honestly, I do feel like that's a huge milestone, a huge feat, and it speaks volumes to how popular Elder Scrolls Skyrim was and how popular it is to this day. I believe the game came out during the fourth quarter of 2011. It may have been like around the holiday season, like November or something. And pretty much it was an action RPG where basically people got tons of gameplay in terms of hours and all that stuff out of it. The strongest points of the game was its character development, its world designs, its visuals, its dual wielding combat, along with the fact that there was so many side quests to a point where it was easy to basically get lost in that game in general. I think you got like over 200 hours in terms of like side quests in that game, and I think the main story was like over 30 like hours long or something like that. And I do feel that like Elder Scrolls v Skyrim is a game that people can still pick up and play to this day if they really want to, because I know the game got I think it got remastered at some point. It was re-released for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One back in 2016. It was ported for Nintendo Switch back in 2017. There was a virtual reality version of Skyrim that came out a couple of years back, but I'm not quite sure if that really caught on because virtual reality is not quite as popular as a lot of people think it should be, and for the most part, it's very expensive. A lot of people aren't really buying a VR headset, whether it be the PlayStation VR or whether it be Oculus Quest or what have you. And as far as Elder Scrolls 6 is concerned, we do know that's supposed to be coming out in the future because it was something that was confirmed by the director of Elder Scrolls 5, Todd Howard. But I read recently an article that Todd Howard said that the next Elder Scrolls game that's supposed to come out probably sometime years from now is most likely going to be his last. And my guess is that it's probably because, Elder Scrolls V is such a hard game to follow because it was really that good. And it's like, I feel like trying to follow Elder Scrolls V in terms of like popularity and success is going to be similar to Rockstar trying to follow, Grand Theft Auto 5 in terms of popularity and success, because we do know GTA 6 is supposed to be coming out, and I think it's supposed to be coming out sometime in either 2014 or 2015. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but we know it's coming soon. The last thing that I saw in relations to Elder Scrolls 6 was a trailer that came out back in 2018. I think there may have been another trailer in 2020. I'm not sure. But for the most part, we're still waiting to learn more about, Elder Scrolls 6, which is supposed to come out sometime in the future. Still waiting to see gameplay footage for that game. As far as Elder Scrolls 5 is concerned, this is a magnificent feat in terms of success and in terms of popularity and all that stuff. And it should be noted that, a lot of really like big high profile best-selling games came out of 2010, or not 2010, the 20 teens decade. We had Minecraft that came out of that decade. We had a Grand Theft Auto 5, which was probably, I think it was considered one of the best-selling games of all time. It was definitely within the top 10. I can't remember what place it's in exactly, but we got Minecraft, we got Elder Scrolls V, and we also got this game. We got Grand Theft Auto 5, and pretty much I do feel that, like, for the most part, like, the early teens was just awesome in terms of gaming. Not to say that gaming in this day and age is bad or anything like that, because we're still getting a lot of good games, especially in relation to 2023. We got a lot of big games that came out so far this year, like the Resident Evil 4 remake and Street Fighter 6, and, games like that. And I do feel that the 2020s decade has the potential to produce games that's every bit as big and every bit as popular as some of the best-selling games of the teens decade.